Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about my travel experience and then a few Gematria analysis and the ramifications of North Pole shift. Okay, let's get started. I was at the airport a few days ago and the so there's a store, I forgot what they're selling. In front of the entrance, there's a all-seeing eye. It's not a photo, it's a much like a painting. So it's just an eye, one eye in front of the store. Then when I looked inside of the store, the center of the store, another painting of that eye, the same very eye. I think it's getting very disturbing because everywhere you go, you see their symbols. That's my travel experience. When I landed, actually, I'm in Europe right now. All of a sudden, I felt like I can breathe. I finally have fresh air and oxygen. Maybe because in the US they spray the chemtrails heavily in recent years. I think at least they spray it heavily ever since year 2017. I noticed that the difference when I'm breathing, right? I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was constantly losing oxygen even though I'm breathing. Even though it's wintertime, the air supposed to be fresh and crisp, but it's not. Compared to here, I'm sure they still have chemtrails. They spray chemtrails, but in the US, I think that's main focus to destroy us, I guess. Okay, so let's go to the Gematria analysis now. When I did a search on Gematria, Jesus' English Gematria is 444. So as Lucifer, Masonic, baby donkey is equal to occult, 444 and 74. So they all share the same English and simple Gematria, 444 and 74. And 37 is equal to hell, LAX is equal to 3 months, 7 days. So they all share 37. That's why LA is on high alert, I think. It shares the same Gematria number at 2. So 222 is equal to 37 times 74. So it's obviously 222 is one of their favorite numbers. Okay, so then World War One is what a coincidence. The World War One ended on November 11, 1918 at 11 a.m. And it lasted 4 years, 3 months, 2 weeks, which is 432. It's like a countdown, but it's not over yet, right? It still keep counting. It's not down to 1 or 0 yet. So from this year, between this year to World War One, there's 101 years. Narrow it down, it's 11. If you watched my previous video, the Seattle Gematria is 321. It's a countdown to the starting point. Most likely, we are at that time now. The false flag in Seattle, it could be March 11, like I mentioned on the previous video, according to Spongy Pan 2's analysis. Again, 11, okay? World War II ended on September 2nd, 1945. Again, September 2nd can translate to September 11, so it's a 911. And it lasted 6 years and 1 day. 6-1 is also their favorite number. 611, 911, 811, 311. And the number of years between these two dates, the end of World War II to year 2019 is 74. Exactly 74 years. Then I did a search on 777. The Gematria is equal to Christ and Antichrist. Alien attack, image of dragon. Of course, this year there will be alien attack. false flag. 77, of course, again, Christ Imperium. On this year's Economist cover, that's Walt Whitman, and it will be his 200th birthday. He was born on, let's see, May 31st, 1819, and died on March 26th, 1892. He was died at the age of 72, which is Donald Trump right now, 72 years old. And of course, Donald Trump's also on the cover. They have been trying to assassinate Trump, and if they successful, then that means they try to align with Walt Whitman, died on at the age of 76. Okay, 72. And then this year will be 127 years from the day he died, and it's equal to 777. So because 1 plus 2 is 3, then 3 sevens. 777 is equal to Satan is true God. The Aquarius age. If you watched my previous video, I've talked about Aquarius age. It's equal to transhumanism agenda, which is they're doing it right now. Holy Dragon Grail, is that mean Satan? Because Satan is the Grail, Holy Grail, and Eye of the Beast. And Age of Aquarius is equal to Nemo. And then if you flip it upside down, is OW33N. And then if we organize the alphabets and numbers, it reads NWO33, which is New World Order 33. And last time I talked about W and M, the meaning of both of them, and now I have more to follow up. W, it's equal to W because they live in a duality world, so everything is double. Right side up, upside down, yin yang, black and white, good and evil, and M, so you flip upside down, is equal to 3. If you look at the M sideways, it's 3, and the lightning bolt sign. I believe they use Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings storylines to tell us what is really going on and what is our real world. And we actually living in a sci-fi world, and the science fiction that we've been reading different stories, actually the storylines are the real reality, but they try to hide the truth, and but also even though they hide the truth, and they just tell us in plain sight that what is happening in this world. So Harry Potter, oh Harry, it means devil, so that's why they use Harry as the name of the main character. Potter, according to the Bible, it means God. So Satan is thinking he is the God, so that's why they create the character. The little boy is actually Satan. His name is Harry Potter, devil, the son, the God, devil of the God. And then he has a lightning bolt on the forehead. The total number of books is 7. Again, the end times, 7 years. I don't believe the author is the real author. Her life story might be right, might be real, but up till she claimed that she started writing Harry Potter, I don't think she was the author. I think she was hired to write the books. they gave her all the information. Then she just write the book, the 7 books. In the Lord of the Rings, there is an eye on top of the tower. It's exactly the same as the all-seeing eye, because in the story, the eye can see every nation and monitor every single person. The second book of the Lord of the Rings is called Two Towers. It's exactly the same as the Twin Tower in New York. 9/11 is associated with the particular story in book 2. They have all the predictive programmings all over: movies, books, music, you name it. The end times that we're in right now, there are a lot of conflicts all over the world. Exactly when in the past 2 weeks, in Venezuela, the borders was closed between Colombia and Venezuela, and also Brazil and Venezuela. When you watch the news, the phrase "get out" often used in this situation, because Maduro want all the foreign troops to get out of their country. Also in Israel, government want Iran, Russia, Turkey, their troops to get out their area. Spongy Pen to mentioned there are 2 Get Out movies. I've done a research on the Gematria of Get Out, and the result is amazing. Rothschilds, Istanbul, which is Turkey. Budapest is Hungary. Shapeshifter. So Turkey and Hungary, they want to get out of European Union, and Turkey is in conflict with Israel. They team up with Russia, Iran, Syria, China, North Korea. Prince Moses, George H. Bush, Blood Guilt, The Dead Shall Be Raised, The Black Cross, and the following page is The Aliens Are Here, Demon Holster, I Like Protein, Son of Disobedience, Trump, California, Purple, Mormon, Exodus, Vision. Then Moscow, Maryland, Scotland, The Sanctum. 4, One Love, One World, One Love, One Government. King Kong, the movie is out. Kingsman, the movie, and Turkey. Polar bear. There's a polar bear invasion in Russia earlier last month. Coldplay, artificial. Does that mean AI, artificial intelligence? It looks like black slave. Am I in a dream? We are living in the illusions of the collective occultists created for us, so we won't know the secrets, and they just try to hide all the facts behind the silver screen, like the movies, the TV, etc. Gold digger, they all gold diggers. Obama out, ghosts, black holes, Great Seal, policeman, and brain cancer. False flags, pangolin, actually is on the Economist cover. Hyde Park, the center of London, The Wicked, Devilish, Let It Go, Enchanter, and Chipotle. So now we go to North Pole Shift. Protestant Pope and Protestant leaders met in year 2017, and they try to resolve their differences. They joined a declaration by the Roman Catholic Church and global Protestant bodies, described as a sign of healing after 500 years of division. The King of North, Master Builder, I think Master Builder is referred to Freemasonry, cycle of sin, Great Depression that we are heading to right now, alien disclosure, holy miracle, Black Fridays, blood rituals, Queen of Space, female pyramid, and Nimrod's quote, Mason key as holy gene, money Greek, liars and frauds, Maca pyramid, engineering disaster, extreme greed, dishonest plot. Abaddon, the angel of the pit, CERN catastrophe, kidnapped and held ransom. Satan's fallen angels and humans are finished. North Korea succeeds. Melbourne is target and humanoid cats. Not sure if it refers to AI robots. And cold-blooded reptilians, Greece forest fires, a storm arises, oppressor god, Boston bomb trail, Rome is bombed crater, the origin of species, Charlie Chaplin drinks blood, ready for, particle accelerator, equilibrium, fight for soul, shuffle the card. Fetal tissue, matrix data, legacy of shame, Tesla roadster, to the Met Sanctum, is of the seed of beast. Donald John Trump, World Trade Center, threefold reverse, targeted individual, secrets kept hidden, divine twin flames, light up Black Friday, stock market crash, bottomless pit, which is the hell. Book of Revelation, the Book of Mormon, November 11, 1111, the King of Jewel, the End Time Sign C, and Obama buys souls. Mr. Crowley, instead of an E, it's an I here. The Book of Exodus, Jesus God incarnate, was a repentant man. The secret, the ark door, the masterpiece iron, angels protecting, California's annihilated, Carrington event, the savior of God, To Kill a Mockingbird, cosmetic addiction, Euphrates River, my immortal body, the masterpiece flawless, enemy of the people, saved by the cross, secret angel master, man freed from all sin, the triumph of God, all the teens of March. The God of Israel awake, one Jesus Christ, so they know that it's only one Jesus Christ. The other one is Antichrist. I forced quit Facebook. Remember, don't use Facebook. It's a CIA weapon. G. Soros abuse hub. Sun worshipper. Satan's seed line. Is it Satan bloodline? Satan is dark, dragon mark. Damage. Treason was bad. Broken December 7. The holy fire. Gabriel. The holy fire breath. Famous Central Zim. AOOO. Now is North Pole shift ramifications. Hundreds of pole reversals have occurred throughout Earth's history. They happen patches of iron atoms in Earth's liquid outer core become reverse aligned. When the reversed patches grow to the point that they dominate the rest of the core, Earth's overall magnetic field flips. The last reversal happened in 780,000 years ago during the Stone Age. Functions of magnetic field shield us from damaging solar and cosmic radiation, from the odds of high energy particles that are constantly flying around in space. Expose us to higher levels of radiation. It will increase the disease like cancer, damage our satellites, cause power outages, interrupt radio communications, species disorientation such as bees, salmon, turtles, whales, bacteria, and pigeons. Continents will lurch in one direction or the other, trigger massive earthquakes, reply climate change, and species extinctions. A growth patch of reverse alignment in the liquid core deep beneath Brazil and the South Atlantic. Earth's magnetic field much weaker now. Higher energy particles trapped in the Van Allen radiation belt, liberated and bombard the Earth. Hypothesis by McCormack and Evans. Earth's dipole field disappeared entirely, leaving the quadrupole and higher components. Most of the atmosphere would become accessible to high energy particles, but would act as a barrier to them, and cosmic ray collisions would produce secondary radiation of beryllium 10 or chlorine 36. The atmosphere of Mars may have been eroded away by the solar wind because it had no magnetic field but to protect it. They predict iron strip away from Earth's atmosphere above 100 km. It looks like the meanings of the Gematria include some of the current events and locations that involve in conflicts. The movie's titles may have been some clues in it so that we can find out what is really going on, connect the dots together. Also, the pole shift has huge negative impact on us, so I will provide more information in another video. Talk to you guys in the next video.